Are these the AirPod 2s that Apple should be making? Let's take a look. Hey there, friends on YouTube. My name is Jason, sometimes known as the JTL. This is Painfully Honest Tech. So honest it hurts. If this is your first time here, thank you so much for stopping by. If you've been here before, thank you for coming back. I can't tell you how much I appreciate your support. But let's get right to the business at hand, and that is these things. The i10 TWS from a company called Nockies. They sent me over these to kind of check out, to unbox, and give my first impressions of. This is a sponsored video. They did send me these over and asked me to take a look at them and let you know my initial impressions, and I'm going to happily do that. But my real question with these is, are these the AirPod 2s that we've been waiting for? What do I mean? How could a $40 AirPod knockoff brand be giving us the features that we've been looking for in the AirPods now for more than a year? Well, let's unbox them first and take a look at what we got, and then we'll try to answer some of those questions. Okay, so pretty simple box. We just flip it over here. You see it's got a picture. The only thing that's different on the front of the case, it looks almost exactly the same. We've got these 4 charging dots that light up to let us know how charged the case and the pods are. So I'm just going to use my trusty guitar pick to get in there and pull off the plastic. Nothing special about the plastic, nothing ASMR-like can be discerned from that plastic. Plain matte white box. Now, it doesn't do the thing that so many nice Apple products do, and that it just sort of slides open into existence. So I have to shake it a little bit. More than a little bit. More than a little bit. I guess I have to try and get my fingernails into the sides of the box. So, okay. They better be good, because because I can't get them open. All right. It's open. There. Had to bend it up a little bit. Now we've got here i10 in Chinese, that I assume says i10. And then we've got the Chinese instructions here on one side, but on the other side we have the English instructions. So it goes through, you see here, it goes through all the different parts of what this thing is. It talks about how to get started with it. It tells you how to pair. It talks about charging. And look here, friends, charging type C, USB-C charging. It's got touch functions. Doesn't have Siri, but it does have touch functions. So you can stop, start, move forward and backward with different stuff. And look here. This may be the thing that puts these in a world above the AirPods, at least for the moment. Wireless charging. We'll have to test that out and see if it actually works. So then we've got some basic stuff, blah, 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 warranty card, all that kind of stuff. Good instructions. For, you know, usually instructions for these things are you're kind of left wanting with the instructions for this kind of stuff. But I'm feeling pretty good about these instructions. Now let's get them out of the box. All right, so this is not necessarily the satisfying Apple packaging either. But look at this. Look at these guys. Look at these guys. It looks almost exactly like the AirPod box, that the AirPod charging box. Oh, there's other stuff in here. I don't want to get rid of that first. But you see here we've got our USB-C charging port. You see here we've got our little opening. It opens. Quality-wise, maybe a little bit lighter construction, maybe not as sturdy as the other AirPods, but a pretty darn good imitation of the Apple AirPods on first glance. So let's check out what else is in the box. Okay. We have a USB-C cable. USB Type-C cable right here. Look at that. Okay. USB Type-C cable plugs right in here. If it were charging, you would see these little things light up. Now, I just so happen to have a wireless charger with me here from the folks over at Ringke. Sent this to me quite a while back, and I am using it now for the first time. Let's see what happens when we put these on here. These are totally dead out of the box, which is kind of a bummer because you want to be able to use them right out of the box, but we're going to have to wait for them to charge. Happily, thankfully, they sent me two. They sent me two, and I got these out of the box earlier today just to try and test them out and see how well they worked. And I'll get to that in a second. I'll give you my first impressions. But first, let's see. Wireless charging. Look. It's blinking. It's trying to... see? Wireless charging. Wireless charging on an AirPod type device. Very, very fancy. So, you open them up. You got this. You got this. And see, the box is a little... The box is a little wobbly, unlike the... I've got the real AirPods over here too, so let's just compare. Box not wobbly, but it does, and it's a little bit more of a sturdy magnet with the real AirPods. This one, you're not getting the same kind of quality out of these guys as you are out of the AirPods right off the bat. You have to consider that these things are only $40. Link in the description for you to go check those out. So I did take them out of the box before I started this filming, and I listened to them for a few minutes. I wanted to compare them briefly against the AirPods just to see exactly how I felt about the sound. Now, the AirPods from Apple, I've always sort of complained that the convenience of the AirPods from Apple is absolutely fantastic. They hook up, they have great range. It's all due to the W1 chip that Apple puts in these things, and so I'm in love with that. The sound, however, the sound of the Apple AirPods has always been a little bit of a letdown for me. Some people love the sound. I find him a little dull, a little indistinct, a little muffly, not too much crispness on the top end. They're just a little blah. Now, when I put these guys into my ears, they had a lot more of a mid-forward, top-end boost to them, so I thought they sounded pretty good. Now, how they're going to stand up over the course of time in use, etc., etc., I cannot make any claims for. This is not a review, per se, but they do sound good, and they do offer all of these features that I find incredibly surprising at the $40 price point. Should you go out and buy these instead of the AirPods? Well, if you only have if you don't have $159, then these are, I hooked them up to my phone. They hooked up pretty well. They hooked back up when I took them out of my ears and put them back in my ears. I used them on a phone call. That seemed to go well. Nobody complained. So they're a pretty good substitute for the actual AirPods if you're short on cash. I would say, though, that the actual AirPods, because of the W1 chip, because of how well it connects to your phone and the kind of functionality that you get out of the W1 chip, these are going to be the better buy overall. These Nokis are an amazingly close alternative to Apple's AirPods, and they add some features that Apple has not yet added to the AirPods that they currently sell. Rest in peace, AirPower, I guess. I don't know, maybe. But we haven't yet seen the AirPods 2. There's been a lot of talk that maybe there's going to be wireless charging in those, but as of now, there is not. These have both wireless charging and USB-C. So an amazingly good alternative to the actual AirPods at $40 as opposed to $159. You're not getting $120 better with this than you are with this. So these are a good value. I'm kind of impressed. I'm going to spend some more time with them and listen. If you want to have me do a full review, let me know down in the comments and I'll do that. But as of now, unboxing first impressions of the Nokis i110 TWS. i110 TWS AirPod knockoff. They even come up as AirPods when you pair them with your device. I don't know how kosher this is, but that's how it works. Anyway, these guys are an impressive little piece of kit for as cheap as they are. And if you're looking for AirPods for the family for the holidays, maybe this is a good option for you. I'll leave the links down in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you've not been here before and you want to come back and see other stuff, then please hit the like and the subscribe and the bell notify icon and share this out with all of your friends and say, I just watched this awesome video from this guy. And if you've been here before, you know, as always, how much you mean to me. I love you all very much. Once again, my name's Jason, sometimes known as the JTL. This is Painfully Honest Tech. Tech, so honest it hurts. Until the next time, I'm out.